Hi, welcome to She Spice. Not terrible, but not great either. Drake just proclaimed an all-out war against Jay-Z after Jay picked Kendrick Lamar as the Super Bowl halftime show main event, and keeping in mind that a few people are playing Drake for figuring he can go up against Jay, many individuals are in fact agreeing with Drake this time around and not. Simply fans large names in the business like Birdman and Nicki Minaj are calling out Jay-Z and saying he's utilizing Kendrick to dole out retributions with Drake and Lil Wayne. Yet stand by, there's addition. A few fans are additionally coming for Kendrick, calling him a sellout for collaborating with the NFL. They're bringing up how Kendrick came at Drake for supposedly benefiting off dark culture. Yet presently, he's doing business with the very NFL that has been dangerous most definitely. It looks like there's some serious pressure behind the scenes. So let me separate everything for you. Since this is getting wild, I was observing Jay's do a show for an occasion at that point that was considered stone. The Caravan. It was like the initial time Jay-Z had ever truly liked come to the city and shown us love. Jay-Z and Drake love-hate relationship good. How about we kick this off by separating the virus war between Jay-Z and Drake? These two never had an altogether hamburger. However, their relationship has been this unusual blend of love and shade that has kept everybody speculating. So back when Drake was new on the scene like a half year after he dropped his breakout mixtape, up until this point gone, Jay-Z, as a matter of fact, stretched out a hand to him and put him on the outline 3-track off that Where drop. Izzy just dealt with the snare. It probably won't seem as though much, however, getting that early cosign from Jay was enormous for Drake's come up the next year. Jay gave back by hopping on Drake's debut collection to express gratitude toward me later on. Light up and hit back at the pundits, spitting that coordinated at Mua. Can't be, they should be conversing with themselves. Hands-free Jay likewise cautioned Drake, saying, "This is the way they're going to come at you, with senseless rap quarrels attempting to occupy you now." While it took Jay-Z 3 collections to secure his Wiz status, Drake was moving quickly and obviously felt like he was at that point up next with Watch the High Position and Take Care dropping something similar this year. Drizzy made his goals precious stone clear on DJ Khaled's I'm on one rapping. "I'm simply feeling like the high position is for the taking. Watch me take it." Thus the first punch had authoritatively been tossed. Enter Birdman to mix the pot much more back in 2009, when Birdman and Wayne were still close. Birdman was over here saying Wayne was superior to Jay-Z, basically since Wayne had more cash. "I don't think Jay-Z is the main MC in any sort of way," Birdman told Tropical Television. "Wayne's the best, he does the most, and he gets the most cash flow. I don't think no man in the business gets more cash flow than us. How might you be awesome on the off chance that you don't get the most cash flow and you don't do the most melodiously? Come on, man. Be seriously. Can't anyone be with Wayne in the event that you are number one and you aren't getting any cash? Try not to amount to nothing. Quick forward a year. What's more, H wasn't having any of that on Watch the Privileged Position's first single. Jay-Z hit back with I'm similar to truly a portion of a Billy. You got child cash? Keep it genuine. They ain't got my woman cash. That punch started one more round in the virus war between Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. Wheezy transformed Jay's plate into a straight-up danger on its great off the Carter for discussing child cash. I got your child a cash hijack. You get how much you love your woman, cash. And we should not fail to remember, Drake hopped in on the same track, tossing Conceal with, "Please pardon my sibling. He's only furious at you who don't have your heart and your resh." What's more, he got too effed and comfortable. However, quick forward to 2014, and Drake told Rolling Stone that Watch the Privileged Position tested him too, and straightforwardly enlivened him to make Begun from the bass. So after a long cool down from there this way, and that once more, Drake and Jay's at long last connected up on Wing Pound Cake and got this H sent Drake 2 a cappella sections, which is really uncommon, and surprisingly, let Drizzy save the track for nothing, was a similar despite the fact that Jay or all needed it from Magna Truck. To Sacred Ghoul. No big surprise. Drake considered him an inconceivable guide, yet right when it appeared as their virus war was over, Drake had chosen to toss more shots at Jay, only a couple months in the wake of dropping Nothing Was the Same. In a Drifter interview, Drake played off for his weighty craftsmanship references in tracks like Picasso Child Drake, through conceal, saying it's like Hop can't drop bars these days without at any rate 4 workmanship references. Then he added I'd love to gather eventually. However, the entire rap workmanship world thing is beginning to feel sort of cliche, and this time, H didn't burn through close to as much time applauding back at Drake's craft remark as he did with Birdman. Simply a month later, Drake dropped that Drake piece. Jay-Z set Drake straight on the J Electronica, we made it remix rapping. Sorry, Mrs. Drizzy, for such a lot of craftsmanship talk. What I'm rapping about is that I, as a matter of fact, purchased while these rappers rap about firearms. They ain't fired, and a lot of other senseless is that they ain't got, and simply 7 days after the fact, Drake terminated back with Draft Day, tossing a smooth, however inconspicuous, taken shots at Jay. I'm centered around making records, and getting greater simply hits no misses. That is for the hitched people anyway. In the event, individuals thought he had serious meat with Drake. He kept it cool later in the section where he says, I believe I'm on my 8th stream. Simply observe me paint stream. We as a whole do it for the craftsmanship, so I would never loathe. However, here's where the punches begin to go into frail little strikes. Not long after Draft Day dropped, Drake tossed one more dig at Jay during a Toronto Raptors season finisher game against the Hobbs. Brooklyn Nets Drizzy said this is an individuals group over here this evening. You understand what I mean. Toronto Raptors, Jay-Z is someplace eating an affectionate D-plate, and this opportunity Jay-Z returned, swinging on DJ KHEDS. They don't adore you, no additional spitting, they talk down on the crown watch them. Fellows, you round got, you wound skeptics need a ball. Let me straighten out my drawing incorrectly, sport kid. You know you're essentially as delicate as a lacrosse group, yet quick forward to Drake's late spring 16, and he took his boldest action at this point, guaranteeing the lofty position he's been peering toward since I'm on one Drake WPS. I used to need to be on Rockefeller, then I turned into Jay, yet after this to and fro Drake and Jay-Z hit the respite button once more and sort of rejoined. On Pop Style, despite the fact that the track should be a lofty position gathering, H dropped just 2 lines. They are actually on a mission to get me. They try not to get it. I can't be got, and that is a given. Kanye later said Jay recently came through with 2 or 3 lines during the studio meeting, yet certain individuals think it was more key than that recall. Have once said on Takeover, and all you different felines tossing shots at Jigga, you just get a portion of a bar one way or the other. Drake wasn't precisely feeling it, and he circulated his complaints in his meeting with Zane Lowe. Obviously individuals need to hear Jay-Z rap right, so hearing him complete 2 lines may disappoint too clearly, like a specific oddity about it, yet wasn't done. He hit back again on DJ Khaled's I Got the Keys, ensuring Drake knew there's only one. Jay-Z, for the second straight hob, utilized a CID track to help Drake remember his place assaulting. They continuously ask me the key till you own your own. You can't be free till you're on your own. You can't be key the way that we actually slaves in 2016. So here Jay was. Referring to his flex from We Made It about claiming his lords also, just to make things additional unmistakable. Jay closed down any thought of another Jay-Z with Genuine. I'm similar to H Genuine. I'm life objectives. In actuality, they're like me in Genuine. I'm like, no, just later dropping his supposed collab with Jay. Drake dropped an independent form of pop style on his Perspective collection, and Kanye later let the cat out of the bag during his Steve Pablo show, saying the track got screwed up on account of streaming Hamburger. Drake has that extravagant arrangement with Apple Music, while Jay-Z claims title and, as indicated by Kanye J, was intending to bow out at any rate to stay away from show, with Drake's principal rival Compliant Factory, who's overseen by Rock Country in the interim. Drake pushed this way and that, along with his track Sneaking highlighting 21 Savage, where he tossed an unobtrusive hit at Jay's remarks about possessing his lords. From I Got the Keys, you ain't owning it, immediately you had to look out for on man. I'm just 29 and have some persistence with us. In addition, I never met anyone from my mark. I simply spring up with the music, then they pay, and we should not neglect at a similar age. Jay-Z was dropping sensitive uncertainty. Drake had recently wrapped up the most noteworthy netting visit through 2012 and won a Grammy for Best Rap Collection, and it wasn't until Jay turned 45 that he at last got those experts he used to flex about. However, Jay's actually wasn't finished on DJ Khaled's collab with the Carter's Sparkling J turned up the intensity once more, wrapping 12 independent collections, all platinum. I realize you aren't over here talking numbers, right? I realize you aren't around here talking summers, right? However, look at this. In November 2017, Jay-Z made some clamor during his 444 visit stops in Toronto by remixing Drake's Know Yourself and his collab with Gigs Chemd. Get out ahead to June 2018, and Drake shocked everybody when he pulled Jay-Z to talk up one of the champion tracks from Scorpion, and gossip has it, he set out his stanza only days before the collection dropped. Then in August 2018, something surprising happened. Jay-Z modeled for a photograph together for the first time in quite a while, and the hip jump world was humming when they were spotted embracing it out at the Detroit stop on Jay, and Beyoncé's on the run to visit A. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.